I mean, I understand that he's on edge. He has a lot going on in his country, and Trump is right. He did build Zelensky up to be a tough guy, and he's a tough guy because of the United States. But if he didn't have the stuff from the United States, he would not be a tough guy, nor would he be acting as arrogantly as he is. And his country right now, the Ukraine is a I don't know. On like one hand, it's like a disaster. On the other hand, you got people throwing parties and all this other stuff going on. I mean, I'm not quite sure from what I see from social media. I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I do know, there needs to be a ceasefire, and this stuff it needs to stop. It just President Zelensky and President Donald Trump are having a meeting today at the White House. And it's a historic meeting because it's actually being televised to where they're going to negotiate between the Ukraine and between Russia. Now, President Trump has already visited President Putin, and he already has President Putin's guidelines. Now he's meeting with President Zelensky. So President Zelensky is going to give his guidelines, and Trump is basically the go between the two of them to hammer out a ceasefire to where all of this fighting can stop. Because both sides, to me, if one life is lost, that's way too many. Now, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, like I said, this was live streamed earlier. Fair use, fair use. YouTube, fair use. And up in a galaxy, below, all over, fair use, entertainment purposes, to where we add critiques and and just critiques. All right, let's go ahead and get to it.
Do you, and now I'm talking with my friends in Poland, and they are worried that you align yourself too much with Putin. What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side is exactly in love with, you know,
Okay, I have to most definitely. I think what President Trump did was very smart to say, I'm not siding with Putin and I am not siding with Zelensky. I'm siding with Europe to make sure that this right here stops. And I side with the United States. So, whatever's best for what's going on over there right now, it's best for the United States. So, it keeps our people from going into that situation. And it also keeps us from stop continuously giving money to the Ukraine to keep the fighting going. Now, I'm going to leave it right there. I could go further into it, but let's just stick with what's being said.
him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions.
Well, I'm really glad that JD Vance is there, and he sounds very presidential. He doesn't sound too much like a vice president, but however, he what he did say makes a lot of sense because the last administration, everything was boo Russia, boo Putin, boo, boo, boo. I mean, it got so bad that Alex Ovechkin, a a um a hockey player that has played hockey in the United States for a very long time, all of a sudden was booed and it was turned against him, and he had nothing to do with anything. He had been in Russia for a long time. He made his life in the United States. Then all of a sudden, because of this, and because of politics and because the Democrats put all that out there, many people that were Russian people, Russian citizens, or should I say US citizens that were former Russian citizens, everybody turned their back on them, just like booed them. So what he's saying, what JD Vance is saying is absolutely correct. Okay.
What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So he
I
killed,
was not here.
yeah, but
That's exactly
but-
right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people.
Okay. Now let me hold on. Now I remember that. I remember when he signed with Macron, where Macron was able to broker a deal between Zelensky and between Vladimir Putin. So that right there is most definitely true. Now, when he named Obama, then Trump, then Biden, then Trump, now this occurred on Biden. Now, when he's saying that people were dying in the Ukraine, what's not being said is that there are two ethnic groups. There are ethnic Russians and there are ethnic Ukrainians. And it has been a lot of the ethnic Ukrainians that have been jumping on the ethnic Russians. So that's what he's talking about. But I don't understand. Well, no, I understand why he's sort of putting that on Putin. So it's easy to put it on him, but not okay, I'll leave it right there. But I just found that quite interesting. Yeah.
And he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are not
President,
strong-
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and
Oh, JD Vance. Hey, Zelensky, I find it disrespectful for you to sit there and be talking smack like, and you had nothing. Oh, I didn't know JD Vance had fire like that. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. And Trump is looking like, yeah. Yeah.
forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what
Wait,
happens.
wait. Mr. President Zelensky, you're getting a little bit lippy there. You know, you sound borderline ungrateful and just taking what we have done for you, as far as resources, military, equipment, and a whole lot of money that you can't even account for. But you get a little bit lippy there, borderline disrespectful. But I think JD Vance, the way he's getting riled up, I think there's gonna be some words.
You bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel
I'm-
very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mr.
good
Brown,
position.
I
You
was
don't have
in
the
it.
cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think
You're
you-
gambling with World War
What
III.
what you're
You're
thinking about?
gambling with
What you're
World
thinking
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very.
That is so true. Okay, no, like again. I'm just trying to find the words. I mean, I'm listening to this and I'm hearing some underlying, threats on Zelensky's part while he's over here asking us to help him and being borderline, well, I can't even say borderline ungrateful. Now it's just straight out disrespect. And I just don't see the respect. He's coming here to get something. He's coming here to broker a deal to have the United States assist him. And this is how he's talking. I mean, this right here is outrageous. This is wild.
Disrespectful to the country, this country,
I'm
that's
with all
back to you,
respect to your
far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting, have
today.
you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
are
of
you
America
speaking about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about you are
If
speaking?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks.
Or does he just sound straight out ungrateful, like you owe me? Do this for me because I'm Zelensky. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, the arrogance, and I don't want to call the man a narcissist and entitled. Well, I'll say that he's entitled, a narcissist, but this right here is outrageous. Like, give me, I'm telling you, and I'm going to be disrespectful in your face. I'm going to overtalk you, and I'm going to talk. This is out. Okay, man.
Of course he
It's
has.
going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't
you're
please,
running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire?
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire.
guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you.
Okay. Ooh, ooh, all this. I get where Zelensky's coming from. He's coming from a place of fear. I mean, from what I see, and the disrespect and the entitlement titled up into fear. I'm not giving anyone any excuses, but I do understand it. But he's like, hey, this has been happening for a while, and you Biden and try to get a ceasefire that never. Okay, I get it. Woo.
Your javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President.
It's true.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make,
Um,
because the attitudes have to change.
what if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you
but
saying?
what
She's
if
asking, what if Russia
Putin
breaks the ceasefire?
for the
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
But they have
Okay?
broken
What if they
ceasefire
broke it?
many
I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
But what-
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony,
It's like Marsha, this, Marsha. But Trump is right, because nobody respects Biden at all. Heck, his own federal employees didn't even respect Biden. They didn't even go back to the brick and mortar to go back to work in the federal government. They stayed home on their computers, going shopping and doing other things. So President Trump does most definitely have a point on the respect factor. Other presidents are like, oh man, I'm taking back my people. I mean, Trump is not one to play with. So he does make a valid point. So if let's say, for instance, because they're throwing out all these hypotheticals, that what if President Putin decides to break the ceasefire and then fire upon them? Okay, then there's going to be stuff in place. Now, I'm not saying okay as in okay, but no. But however, sometimes things do happen, but there will be consequences that will be swift. Let's see what President Trump says.
phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. the 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam, and he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. He didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave.
Wow. Whoa. That is so true. The United States did empower Zelensky, giving him the javelins, and Obama giving him the sheets. I don't know what that is, but giving him the javelins. And then it did give him the, home improvement, Tim Allen. Okay. Well, yeah, did give him that. Man, I kind of feel bad for Zelensky getting manhandled like that.
You're going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks.
I need the back of this.
We'll see. I don't know.
Zelensky looks so upset and embarrassed to me. So that was it. I have to say that I have to say on one hand, I'm kind of like disappointment. I'm kind of like disappointed in Zelensky. I mean, I understand that he's on edge. He has a lot going on in his country, and Trump is right. He did build Zelensky up to be a tough guy, and he's a tough guy because of the United States. But if he didn't have the stuff from the United States, he would not be a tough guy, nor would he be acting as arrogantly as he is. And his country right now, the Ukraine is I don't know, on like one hand, it's like a disaster. On the other hand, you got people throwing parties and all this other stuff going on. I mean, I'm not quite sure from what I see from social media. I don't know. But one thing I do know, there needs to be a ceasefire, and this stuff it needs to stop. It just does. Because Trump is right. He's dancing around WW3. He is. He is dancing around that, and that right there is going to put everyone else in a bad position, because Zelensky has his allies and Putin has his allies, and I got to say, the United States being in the middle of this is not a good thing, because if they keep on fighting and then we get sucked in to the side of the Ukraine, then that's going to put us at odds with Putin, when when Russia has bailed the United States out during World War II. So I mean, and even World War I. So we most definitely have to keep that in mind. I mean, okay, but whoa, what are your thoughts? Please like, subscribe. Please, that goes a long way. Help me out there. Help me out there. And leave a comment. And then if you want to jump out the window, because I'm demonetized over here, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Politics with Laura. Everything helps to keep up with all these subscriptions and everything that I use. Okay. Wow. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.